Does being a Poshmark ambassador impact your business on Poshmark? Stay tuned and find out. Hi everyone, it's Stephanie from Three Queens Resell. And if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me. And if you are returning, thanks for coming back. It does mean a lot to me as I work on building my YouTube community and my reseller bestie community. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some sad news. I lost my Poshmark Ambassador 2 status. And so when I got the alert in my Poshmark that I had lost that status, I was like really bummed. So then I started doing some research and some reflection as to what does it even mean to be a Poshmark ambassador? What are the perks? And all that. So we're going to do a little dive into that topic today. So if that sounds good to you, hit that like button and let's go. So there are two levels of, and I have some notes, so I'll look down because I didn't want to say the wrong thing. So first of all, I've been selling full time for a year on Poshmark. I've been on other platforms. So I've been a full-time reseller for a year. I was a part-time reseller for 2 years previous to that. So I've been on the app, active on the app for 3 years now. So I just wanted to have that caveat because my situation and the way I feel about things might be different from yours based on where you are in your reselling journey. So there's two different levels. First is to be a Poshmark ambassador. And to be a Poshmark ambassador, you have to have, well, I'll go over the requirements. You have to have 5,000 community shares. So you have to share other people's things. Closets 5,000 times. You have to have 5,000 self-shares. That's pretty easy. You have to share 50 new closets. So 50 brand new members, you have to share their closets. And that's really easy to identify because you just go in the app to new closets and then you share 50. You have to have 50 available listings. So you need to build up a closet. And then you have to have 15 sales. So you've had to have sold 15 things on Poshmark. And those 15 sales had to have an average rating of 4.5. And then you have to have a shipping time, an average shipping time of under 3 days, and leave at least one love note. So in order to leave a love note, you yourself have to purchase something and then get the item and leave a positive comment on the buyers. And to the best of my understanding, you need to do this so that Poshmark wants you to be an active member of the community. So not just a seller, but a buyer as well. So that is those are the requirements of being a Poshmark ambassador. So entry level. So I did all that as a part-time reseller. And I will say, I like anything that signals me out and rewards me for my hard work. So I was really proud to be a Poshmark ambassador, and I don't really know why, but it was a goal of mine, and I even bought something on Poshmark so that I could leave a love note so I could meet that requirement. So in the beginning of my reselling journey on Poshmark, I was all about becoming a Poshmark ambassador. I felt like it would improve my sales, it would make my closet more visible, and so I really wanted to achieve it because I thought it was going to help my business overall. So according to Poshmark, I'll tell you if it did or not in just a second here. Hang on. So according to Poshmark, there are perks with being a Poshmark ambassador that make you want to achieve it. So according from their website, you get recommended to new Poshers, which I do, that does happen. And you receive an exclusive newsletter. I have gone back through my mail because when I was writing out this list yesterday, I was like, what? Have I been missing things for 2 years, 3 years? So I can be honest, I can delete an email that seems irrelevant. So I went back to see if I'd gotten anything like in my trash, to see if I'd gotten anything that was like addressed just Poshmark ambassadors like in the last like 6 months, and I had not. That's not to say that it hasn't happened before that and over the course of 3 years. I would just think if it was like a special perk newsletter that you were promoting to Poshmark ambassadors, it would at least come once a quarter, and I have not gotten any special correspondence that was not available on the website to everybody. So I don't believe that to be a benefit, a perk that I receive. If you are receiving those things, those newsletters, leave me a comment down below, because maybe I'm just not looking in the right place, but I would think that it would be emailed to me. Next, it says that you unlock access to fun programs and activities. So, not really sure what that is. I have been at Posh Fest once in 2019, the last time it was live. Plan on going this year. I did sign up for the 2 virtual Posh. Well, I signed up last year when I thought it was going to be in person. And then I ended up canceling because I didn't want to do another virtual one. I did do the virtual one in 2020. I just didn't really get that much out of it. I wasn't focused, and at that time I was also teaching full time, and I spent all of my time on Zoom. So I didn't want to do the Posh Fest on Zoom, and I really didn't put the effort into it. But I said all that to say I didn't get any special advance like discounts. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe my memory is failing me, but I don't remember getting anything. Or the only perk or special unlock access to fun programs activities is I believe that in order to host a Posh and Sip or a closet thing, you have to be a Posh ambassador, which to me is just more work. Like it's not a perk. It's kind of like when I was a teacher, they like, because you're so responsible and such a good teacher, we're going to make you department head for an extra $500 a year. Where it's like, now, now I have all this extra work, and I'm no sucker. And not to say the people who host those things are, it's just like, I don't think that is time that is going to directly benefit me and my business. So, I don't do it. So, but if you do, that's awesome. Let me know about it in the comments. So those are the perks that you're supposed to get as a Poshmark ambassador. And the only thing that I can perceive that I have gotten is more followers. I did notice an increase in followers when I first became a Poshmark ambassador. And did it have an impact on my sales? I'm not sure. I can't say A equals B. Because also at that time, I started listing daily 3 items a day. So I was, even though I was part-time, I decided that I was going to really get focused and make this a good side hustle so I could pay off some debt and do some things for my daughters. So I really started listing more. So of course I had more sales on the other end. So is it the listing more that increased my sales, or is it the new followers that increased my sales? I'd have to do a deeper dive into the data to see if those were Google sales, people who just found me on Google, or closet clear out, or what. I'm going to say at this point, I don't think so. So that's Poshmark level 1, Posh Ambassador level 1. So earlier in this year, minding my own business, doing my resale thing, I go on Poshmark and I get a little alert, But then I see I now have a gold star and I'm a Poshmark ambassador, like tier 2. And I'm like, hey, look at me, gold star. Well, I tell you, it's like the brain. It makes you think that you're getting something and that you have advanced in a level, but you're not. You're not. Like putting a gold star by it, you feel like, okay, like I'm on this level. I'm going to get all these perks. I'm like first class. No. So, what does it take to be a Poshmark ambassador like tier 2? So 6 months, you have to have been a Posh ambassador for 6 months. And once, let me go back up. Once you become a Poshmark ambassador, tier 1, you are it for like ever. Okay. So as long as you're active on the app, I kind of researched around. I haven't seen anybody get demoted from being Poshmark level 1 ambassador. But the Poshmark level 2 ambassador is only for the quarter. So you have to maintain these things each quarter. So you have to have been an active Poshmark ambassador for 6 months. So easy to maintain that. You have to have 20,000 community shares. And that's why I got the boot, because I did not have 20,000 community shares. You have to have recruited one new Posher. So that's something that you don't have to do for tier 1. You have to have less than 3 days shipping time. So they tightened up the shipping time a little bit, because for the tier 1, it's a 3-day shipping time. Your shipping time has to be under 3 days for Poshmark 2. You have to have 100 available listings, so that doubles from the 50. You have to have 50 items sold, which quadruples from the 15 that you need from tier 1. And your overall rating needs to be a 4.7 versus, I believe it was a 4.3. So to get the Poshmark 2 Gold Star status, you have to really be active on the app, because you have to maintain this every quarter, okay? So what are the perks? So special gold badge on your homepage, which who cares? Really, like who cares? Because anytime I personally have shopped for something by Poshmark, you can't sort by Posh ambassadors only. That is not a search feature. So when I search Farm Rio sundress size XL, I can get someone who is a new Posher who just listed it, and I can get someone who's been on Poshmark from the very beginning, and their ratings can be all over the place. In fact, I don't even know what their ratings are. So that special gold badge is important, because it doesn't give you any special benefit. It just is a sign that you've been on the app, you're consistent on the app, and you hopefully provide good customer service. So it says Posh Ambassador to priority support. I'm not sure what that means, because I don't need any additional support. I get my pack. I mean, if I don't get a label, if something happens, I just go on the app and redo it and get a label. So that I haven't been offered any additional coaching, anything. So I'm not really sure what that is. Like, that is a straw man argument. Next, tickets to Posh events. So in the quarter that I was a Poshmark ambassador, I guess the 2 quarters, because I just lost it here in July. I wasn't invited to anything. I mean, I didn't get offered any tickets to anything. So, and Posh Fest is like, tickets are available, and they didn't offer me anything for free. So, yeah, I think that's another no-go. Global in-app promotion. What? Global in-app promotion. First of all, Poshmark's not even global. Like, people in India cannot buy stuff from my Poshmark. It's not like eBay. So, no. And exclusive live event. benefits. Once again, I have not been invited to any exclusive live events other than Posh Fest, which everybody is invited to. So, of the 5 benefits that they claim that this offers, none of them are relevant. None of them help me with my business, and I'm not even receiving any benefit from any of these benefits. They are just a list of things, which kind of ticks me off. I mean, and I love Poshmark, but don't tell me you're rewarding me, but really it's not a reward. It's an empty reward. Basically, you want me to do all of these things every quarter, and all of the things that you're asking me to do promote your business. Okay? They promote Poshmark's business. Me recruiting a new Posher, that helps Poshmark for me to bring on. It's kind of like a multi-level like thing. Like, only the person I bring on, I don't get a cut of their stuff. But that helps Poshmark when I bring on a new person, which I'm happy to recruit new Poshers. I love Poshmark. I love reselling. I think I now do it full time, but I think it's a great side hustle for anybody. So it's not that I mind doing it. It's a requirement for me to do it in order to have that accolade. It doesn't help me. It helps Poshmark. The 20,000 community shares. To be honest, I got the 5,000 community shares the first time before I realized that it doesn't help my business to share other people's stuff, but I hand shared every one of those. Now I have a bot like everybody else does who does this full time, and I just sold something, yay, on Poshmark. I do love me some Poshmark. But the 20,000 community shares, maybe I didn't have my bot set up. I don't know, but it's also not as important to me. I'd rather use my clicks to share my things over and over and over again than to share other people's stuff, because it's been proven time and time again that is not beneficial really for me or the person I'm sharing it for. When you share other people's things, it does not re-rank it in search like it does your own things. If you share your own items, they will move up in search. If I share Susie's items, her items do not move up on search. They are shared out to that main sharing page on the Poshmark homepage, which no one looks at. No one shops from there. So it is pointless to do community shares unless you want to have Poshmark 2 status, which, as I've just covered, has no additional benefits. What else did I? Okay, so what could make me happy about? So basically, I was bummed about losing my Poshmark status for no reason. Am I going to actively seek to regain it? No. That's why I dove into it to see if it was even worth me trying to get my community shares up and do all these things to reclaim it, if it was going to help me. I mean, there's no benefit to my business that would help me. So I've come up with some suggestions for Poshmark. So if you know anybody who's a high up at Poshmark, if I ever get to talk to any of those people, I would love to respectfully thank them for the app, because I do like Poshmark. And it has changed my life. But I would also like to share with them about their Poshmark Ambassador Program. It's pointless. It doesn't provide any benefits to the person working towards it. So what they could do is make it more beneficial so people actually want to care about it and work hard to achieve it. So one thing drawback is that there is no real incentive to achieve or maintain the status. So since there's no incentive because the things that they listed, now if those things were happening, if I was getting a newsletter, if I was getting to talk to Manish and getting to be in these fireside chats and, getting invited to see the inner workings of Poshmark, or know anything that the regular person who just signed up, know anything more than that person, it might be worth it. but right now, no. But I can tell you what would make it worth it for me to go after achieving that Poshmark Ambassador status. One, a bigger shipping discount. That's right, I said it. If you want people to care, like at any corporate job, any business, people get cash incentives for doing a good job. They get a bonus. So instead of on closet clear out, they pay, what, $2.12 on the shipping. They could pay $3, you know, of the shipping. So because I'm a Posh ambassador, they could reward me with a bigger shipping discount, or they could make me have the shipping discount for the whole quarter. Like Poshmark could make, they could afford to do that for me. They are making a killing on the back end on the shipping. So they, instead of throwing out these like random hours of discounted shipping to everybody, they could provide that 24/7 to your gold level people to make achieving the gold level status something that people really want to strive for. Another thing, they can take less commission from me. So instead of 20%, maybe for that quarter that I've achieved the gold status, maybe you only take, I don't know, 18%, 15%. Give me a bigger cut of the sale. I work hard for you. I have to provide good customer service. I sell a lot of things for you. Poshmark only makes money when I make money, when I make a sale. So maybe they could give me a little bit of my money back. Just saying. Instead of giving me like straw man benefits, give me actual tangible benefits that I can see, and either like a refund check, a bonus check, or discounted shipping. And lastly, they could actually provide coaching and development. Well, not lastly, I got one more after that, but they could actually provide me with some type of professional development that they don't offer to everybody else. Maybe I would go, maybe I wouldn't. Like, I certainly don't need to know how the app works, but maybe they could give me an in service on like upcoming fall trends, and only gold level Posh ambassadors are invited. And, I could get the jump on, finding those things in the thrift and getting them listed. Like, something like that. But one more thing that I think that they could do if they really wanted to make this worth your while to go after it is promote the listings of people who are Posh ambassadors or gold level ambassadors. Like, maybe I don't have to share, like maybe I get one share of my closet automatically every day, like one like bump up where I don't have to click share, or my bot doesn't have to share to increase the visibility of, or make that a search feature so people can search by Justin, Posh ambassador, Posh gold ambassador, and see what I have specifically in my closet. Something that I have a competitive advantage over every other Poshmark seller. If it doesn't give me a competitive advantage, then to me, it's pointless. Like, if it's not going to help me help my business, then why would I waste my time doing these things? I mean, if they happen accidentally or organically, that's fine. But why would I go out of my way to achieve and maintain this status if it doesn't benefit me personally? I mean, this is a business. Like, I'm trying to run a business. And if Poshmark wants me to do that, then they need to kind of think about how they could treat me as a business owner and what incentives work for both of us, so that it's a symbiotic relationship and not one where they're just taking, and then they're like, oh, here's some perceived benefits. Like, we'll tell these people, like, we're going to give you a gold star. Like, what am I in 5th grade? Like, whatever. So that's my thoughts on being a Poshmark ambassador. Like I said, I know I try to keep things like light and positive, but like I said, it kind of bothered me. So I started look that I got it taken away. Um, so I started going and looking and doing a deep dive as to what it even meant. And when I realized the lack of benefits, I was like a little like, they fooled me. So if you're like me and you don't like to be fooled, don't worry about it. Don't worry about obtaining the Poshmark status. I would go ahead and try to get the Poshmark level 1 just because you'll get more followers, a little boost in followers at the beginning. But aside from that, just focus on yourself, focus on making your business better, focus on listing, focus on sourcing like great items to list, and just do you and don't worry about any of the other things. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, give me a thumbs up. Please consider leaving a comment and subscribing. When I get comments and all the like, it does boost my video up and the algorithm, and more people find me and I get more reseller besties. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye.